Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday, and surprise, surprise, it's me today. I'm really excited to talk to you guys today because I get a ton of questions. Like, I don't have this equipment. How can I do these transfers? So we're not cutting anything today. Today, we are going to heat apply first, and then I'm going to walk you through some of our services offerings. So before we get started, if you are just tuning in and this is your first time, I'm Kelly Walters. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. I am here in Kansas City. So I always love to see where everybody else is streaming in from. This virtual part is always really fun, especially because we can just reach out to different countries, cities, states, towns, basements, living rooms, garages, wherever your workspace is. Hello, hello, and thank you for tuning in. Excuse me. It's like I have a frog in my throat this morning. And really quick, one sec. Don't. Well, you guys, I heard my personal phone go off, and I have no idea where it is. It is blinking somewhere over in this region, and I normally turn it on silent. So I am just going to say, come on, virtual gods, get me through this with not my personal cell phone ringing. So if it does, I really, really apologize. I'm going to search one more time. Good morning. Good morning. We found it. Okay, let's get started. Again, thanks for tuning in. And today we are going to be going over services and the different types of transfers, heat applied materials that you can get and ordered, produced, sent to you, ready to apply from Stahls. If you've tuned in with me previously, then you know my setup is just a little different today. You are not going to have kind of a wide view where you would normally see me cut, weed, go through the art, and apply. Today it is, we are right here together. My light keeps changing on me, so bear with me on that. And I'm just now thinking, I want to make sure my mic is correct. All right, my mic should be better. Give me a thumbs up, comment yes, good to go in the comments so I know that this is actually working now. So, all right, what I did first, because there's a lot of you out there that have cutters, right? You're cutting, you're buying the rolled goods. So Cad Cut or Cad Color is our vinyl that we offer. Cad Cut is a solid color vinyl. Cad Color is a printable vinyl that you would run through an eco-solvent printer. So if you prefer to, I'm like reading the comments, so I'm gonna have to turn those off. If you prefer to cut in-house, know that Surface is there to support you in the time where you're just like, I need to get this done and I need somebody else to do it. Or when you have the mass quantity and you don't have the time to cut it in-house, right? So if you are preferred to cut at home or in your production studio, in your warehouse facility, wherever, I will also tell you the roll materials. That way you can just order the rolls and do it that way. Today, the thing that we are going to apply first is Cad Color Super Tech Gloss. I played with this before on one of our lives, and I'm going to play with it again because I absolutely love it. And then the second one is our glow, which is actually in my cutter because I just cut something. And with Halloween coming up, you can't cancel decorations, right? You can cancel trick-or-treating. Here in Kansas and Missouri, it is not canceled, but you can still celebrate it. You can wear it. You can decorate with it. So the other logo color material we're going to be using is our Cad Cut Glow. Now, keep in mind, this is getting dark. I'm going to stay away from the monitor. That way it stays bright, okay? So this is our Cad Cut Glow, and I have not weeded this, but it is very easy to weed, okay? I'm going to try to do this without a weeder, so just bear with me. And then I will also just show you how to order. I'm only going to show you how to order one logo, but at least you'll catch the drift. And then, of course, like I always say, if you have any questions, you guys reach out to customer service. Give us a call, send us an email. I always give my email and my information because I am more than happy to walk you through the process. And of course, I want you to be successful at the end of the day. So here we go. It weeds very easily. Now this is going to glow in the dark, and I'm really going to hope I can maybe turn the lights off and show you at the end. So if you stay with me till the very, very end, then we'll just kind of tinker with that and see if I can get it to happen. And then the other thing is gloss. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but those are silhouettes of ghosts. So what I'm going to do is actually use the gloss because it's clear, it's transparent. I'm going to put it just randomly kind of all over the shirt with Booyah on the center chest. There's a couple of ways that you can utilize these ghosts. You could just do the outlines, or you could choose to keep them filled in. In this case, I am going to keep them filled in because I want them to show up on the shirt. I probably could have gone a little bit smaller in this case. These are all 3.5 inches in width. It's just a simple outline of a ghost. Nope, you can't see it. You'll see it on the shirt. So I probably would have gone 2.5, 3 inches. I loved this idea for a kid's t-shirt. But I think it would be really cute on a crew neck sweatshirt. Crew necks are very, very popular right now. You know what? Let's make it fun. Use metallic. You could use a bunch of different materials. So here I have cut out 6. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, there's actually a little outline. That way, if you wanted to take the fill out of the ghost, then you could. So I'm just going through and quickly removing all of those little outlines. I think with the size of the shirt, you guys, I only need about 3 or 4. I don't want this to be a massive, I don't want it to be massive. I just want it to strike interest. I want somebody to kind of go, is there something on your shirt? Oh my gosh, those are ghosts. You know, the beautiful thing about our Super Tech gloss is that Super Tech material in general can go on pretty much about anything. What that means is it's nylon. You could put it on an umbrella and do like water droplets over the umbrella. I've used it as a small little accent piece. You could make it lines. My brain just gets going with what you can do with gloss, but I thoroughly love tonal. And it's very popular right now. So that's a win-win, right? All right, you guys, I am just going to individually cut out these. And then when we go to the cutter, I'm going to do my best to apply these all at one time. My goal is to only do you know, 2 hits onto the t-shirt, the garment. We want this to be done. We want it to be profitable for you. If you're sitting there doing 5, 6 different hits, you know, money's time and time is money. So the next thing is I also want to get pretty creative with some placements. So I was mapping this out earlier, and I may have to do 2 hits on this, but that's okay. Now, these are all individually cut. You can see them just a little bit better now. There's a kind of a wiggly guy, and then there's what I would call your regular boo ghost. There's eyeballs in these, so I'm just going to grab these as well. Now, again, I did this because I have a cutter. If you don't have a cutter, this is still something that you can do. This is very, very simple art. One thing to keep in mind is when you are utilizing our services, then there are certain restrictions. And what I mean by that is there are certain cavities, line stems, all of that has, we have certain guidelines that we follow in terms of being able to produce it in-house. Now, when you upload your art into services, if for any reason something isn't going to work, then the team will definitely reach out to you and let you know why. And then at that point in time, if you have the ability to go in and adjust your art, then adjust it, make it a little bit thicker, and then resubmit it and you're good to go. Just keep in mind with that, the idea is that with our services team and in production, we're trying to produce these as fast as possible for you. And, you know, you don't want to wait a week, you know, to get a logo, especially if you work off of very short timelines. There's so many customers out there that I have personally worked with, and, you know, they've said they have a 3 to 7 day turn time. And I also have customers out there that have a 2-week turn time. So everybody's different. Everybody's business is different. And of course, everybody's customer is different. So our goal is just to get those logos to you as quick as possible. Alrighty. Booyah is done. My little ghosts are done. And so now we are going to go over to the heat press. I'm going to keep this view up and do my best to show you from this angle, but then I also have a close up as well. I'm noticing it is slightly tilted, so I'm adjusting that really quick. And then we're just going to do it together. So what shirt is she using? This is an alternative apparel. It is a black marble. And I will tell you, this was sponsored by Sanmar at one of our trade shows. So this is just a shirt I am using. It is a women's fit. This is a size large. Let me see. We were trying to find the shirt earlier. I'm not sure if Stacy found it exactly or not, but you guys, it's a crew neck, women's fitted black marble alternative apparel. Very simple, very basic. But I also liked it because it was a little bit smaller, kind of resembling more of the youth style that I was kind of going for. First things first. Okay, it's going to work. I wanted to make sure I didn't need to use a pillow. So my heat press is already at 307. I completely forgot to check what glow applies at. So I'm going to check that really quick on our Stahls website. So again, same thing, you guys. If you ever get a material in and you have no idea how you're supposed to apply this, I'm going to show you really quick. Okay, so I just went to our website, and from here, I'm going to type, I already typed it in. So I typed in Cad Cut Glow, because remember, Cad Cut is just the name of our heat transfer vinyl. So instead of saying heat transfer vinyl glow, we say Cad Cut. Alrighty, I am just scrolling down, and as you can see, you guys, right now you get 15% off of Glow at checkout. So make sure you go and take advantage of this because you can use this on rugs, you can use it on t-shirts, sweatshirt, bags. You can do so much with it. All right, so here I am clicking on details. It's showing you that it's more of the line finish, the thickness, it is matte. It is also very durable and very easy to weed. The user guide is where we want to go. So 305, 10 to 15 seconds, and it is a warm peel. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to just stop sharing that. Alrighty, so my press has been at 305. We're good to go. Alrighty, now that this is onto our press, the first thing I want to do is actually, I'm going to apply our glow first because I want to map out our gloss around it. You don't want to layer anything on top of gloss. So if you were going to be using this, then I would just map it out. That way, you know, this one needs to be cut out if it's going to be layered under the 0. Oh, you get my point. You get my drift. So what I'm going to do is find the middle and let's see. All right. And then for this, I want to go about 3 down. And then I'm just going to take my tag and bring it up. And then just make sure we are in the middle as best as possible. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I did not pre-press. Normally pre-press, you guys, but I like where my art is, so I'm going to keep it on there. But in normal productions, you know, settings, make sure you go ahead and pre-press because you just want to make sure you're removing any type of moisture, you're smoothing out the wrinkles. All right, I am going to pre-press for about 6 seconds, excuse me, not pre-press, because we are doing multiple layers. I just want to tack that logo on there. Now, it did say peel warm. This is definitely not warm. It feels nice and hot to the touch, peeled beautifully. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we're going to just start placing these ghosts. Now, this guy has a cute little curve to him. So what I was kind of thinking on this, and I might have to just play with how this is going to lay. So I want this guy to kind of come around the collar and up the shoulder. So I will put a pillow under this. I'm going to do that one last. So that's the one that I was saying. I think I'm going to need it to hit it again. Now, this is the first time I am mapping it out. So also keep in mind that, you know, if you guys are doing several of these, you won't need to continuously just map. You'll get it figured out. All right, and then I'm going to put one more. I thought I had one more of the wider ones. I'm going to put him down closer to the bottom. Alrighty, so I have 3 on here currently. We're going to apply those and then I will play with the other ones. Okay, this is going to go for 5 seconds. And then we are going to peel, apply the others. It should be a warm touch, and I'm just gonna make sure it's definitely hot. Let's see. Nope, just a little bit more. We're gonna do it this way. Because I'm going to apply again, I just really wanna make sure that these are good and on there. It should be press for 5, peel cold, press for 5 again. But in a production environment, if you need to go for like 8 seconds and then peel warm, you can do that. Just know the preferred is 5 and 5. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and do what I'm looking for cold surfaces. Normally go to the floor just to zap any heat. Okay, that should have helped. So now you can't really see the eyes on these. So what I would almost do for another production standpoint is don't weed out the eyes. Just weld that whole thing shut to where they're just silhouettes. Now, I will say that I also love, I can see what we're kind of at right now. What I love with gloss is almost like a charcoal shirt. Not so much black, but go like a dark gray or a steel, because what you're doing with that gloss is when it lays on top of that slightly lighter shade, still dark, but lighter than black, you're then increasing the tone of the garment. So the color comes off more charcoal versus this is already marbled. You can't really get much darker than black. But in this case, it just looks like there's gloss on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is slide a pillow under there. Oh, and I think it's actually on this side. And the reason why I'm using a pillow is because we are now going to be applying over seams, and we just want to make sure that those seams are going into the pillow, allowing for a, as even as possible printing surface. That way, when the heating element goes down, it's actually going on top of the logo first, not so much going on top of the seam and then heating up the seam when you actually need the logo to be heated up, warmed up, printed, heat printed onto the garment. Alrighty, so I was wrong. It is definitely on this side. So like I said, I just kind of wanted that ghost to be up on the shoulder, but within mind that there is also a roundness to, I don't know what the bottom part of a ghost is called. His skirt, the ghost skirt. Okay, so we are going to apply that. Adjust my pressure. So I'm going to let this one go for 7 seconds, and then we will cool it down. I'm going to come in a little bit closer for you guys. Okay, so the idea is that it is going around and kind of climbing up the shirt. So again, it's very simple and basic. This wasn't supposed to be some crazy multicolor, really intricate design. Sometimes simple is better, but just keep in mind you have specialty materials on here. So it's not just a white print. It's going to be glow in the dark. And then of course you have the little clear ghost. Now, the other thing that you could do, which would be very, very cool, would be to use our Cad Cut Color Reflective. So we have a black. And if you are out with your kids, you're walking the streets, you don't really want it to pop up. The glow in the dark is obviously going to glow in the dark. But then with Cad Cut Color Reflective, it's going to reflect as cars drive by. So that would be a very cool option to this as well. Still specialty, still unique, just a different type of material used. Okay, I'm going to quickly just scan the comments. Let's see. TC, her question was, what's the name of the tonal color? We're using Cad Color Super Tech Gloss. And then just keep in mind, Super Tech is the adhesive, and it is exactly what it is. It is super and can pretty much go on anything. Spandex, cotton, poly, lycra, nylon. We can use it on polypropylene. You can go at a very low temperature. It's a very, very, very cool material. And it feels so good. It does have that rubbery kind of feel, but it is a gloss. So it's going to have some type of hand to it to actually have that water gel-like look. So let's see. I'm trying to figure out my lights so you guys can see it. I'm going to zoom in really quick. Okay. So if I step back, I'm hoping we can pick up. See, you can see like the water-like effects on the shirt, which are all ghosts. Again, I'm going to recreate this shirt, but using a lighter material. So make sure you check our Instagram reels, and then hopefully you can get a better idea with just the silhouettes of the ghosts. But I love how this turned out. Sometimes I like things to be more simple. You know, I don't want it to be like all the time glitter or metallic. So this works out very cool. Okay, now stay with me because I want to turn out the lights and see if it will actually if I can get it in the house versus, you know, letting it get some sun and kind of activate the glow. So, all right, moving on. I am still going to apply the logos that we're going to talk about through services. That way you can actually see the process, because in return, if you get these logos and you don't know how to apply them, then we did you a disservice and we didn't show you that. So let's see, Vanity Central. The shirt is an alternative apparel. I'm pretty positive that the color is a black marble, just knowing how alternative apparel phrases their colors. With that being said, it is also a ladies' crew and just a little bit more fitted. It's not a unisex. I do not know the brand. The RN number and the code on the shirt did not tell me what it was. So I can do a little bit of digging, but I think we found it. But it's alternative apparel. It was sponsored by Sanmar. It's a ladies or a women's fitted crew neck, possibly black marble. Okay. Let's get going. Now, we're going to talk about services. And if you don't, like I said, beginning, if you don't have a cutter, well, how do we get to what we just did without having a cutter? Services is what you want to utilize. With that, the way you cut and weed is how they're going to come. You're not going to get a logo like this, and then you're going to have to spend your time weeding it. Just like I was weeding it and had it ready to go, that is how the logo will come for you. So even though this is sim stitch, it would come just like this. You take it, you heat apply it on your press, and then you are good to go. In the meantime, you have the ability to work on marketing, work on art, work on training, work on producing other products in-house. So that's the huge, huge plus of services. All right, the first thing that I want to go over is the cost of the shirt that we just did. Now, keep in mind, this is actually a material that is meant to be printed on. What I mean by that is these are both the exact same products. This was clear. It was ran through an eco-solvent printer. printed on, and it came out like this. So both are the same material. But if you were to put this on our dark shirt, you're not going to see it. It is not opaque. So the skinny ghost, I don't know what to call him, the one that has the tail was 3.5 by 4 inches. Like I said, I think you could definitely go smaller and kind of do more of a sprinkle of the ghosts. The wider, what I'm going to call like traditional silhouette, was 3.5 by 4.1. Now, these were in between. This was $240 and this was $225. Now, you're going to turn around and go, oh my gosh, she used 6 ghosts. They were $2.40. There's no way for me to turn around and make that margin. That is when cutting in-house is beneficial. Now, how can you turn what I just did into being profitable for you is making just one large ghost. Instead of doing a sprinkle of ghosts, maybe you do a ghost coming up the back and it's just larger, or like I said, the booyah can go through the ghost. So remember, these are ideas and inspirations that are, hopefully given to you to where you go, oh, okay, this is how I can make it work for me. Now, the booyah was 10 inches by 2.4. There's a minimum of 5 transfers when you order on services, and it was $4.11. So keep in mind, it's glow in the dark. It's not just white. So again, it's a specialty material. Okay. Let's start. I'm going to actually screen share again. What I want to show you is how do we get here, right? So if you are on, I'm going to go just home. If you are on the Stahls website, there's the custom logos option. And if you click on this, you can go to heat applied, and you can go to custom CAD cut, patterns, sim stitch, Cad Prints. Cad Prints is what we call our CAD color in services. And then we also go into a whole nother cool section of emblems and patches. In this case, we are going to go over Cad cut, sim stitch, and our Cad Prints. So now is the perfect time to get a pen and paper, because there's a couple of things you're going to want to come, jot down. And with our lives, we typically stay to 1 to 3 different products. Maybe we try to do a home good and an apparel good, or just something a little unique. In this case, I'm going to go over several products. It may be a little overwhelming, but that's when taking notes is going to be perfect. Okay. And you may look at some of these and go, this is not going to pertain to my business, but that one will. Okay. So the first thing that you guys want to do is go up here. And this is going to be just a little bit of a teaching lesson. That way you can fully rely on yourself and get these done, versus trying to send in art, wait for that process. If you are hands-on and you are go, 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 this is going to be the perfect solution for you. So what you're going to do is, if you see where my mouse is up at the top right, go to Artwork Uploader. Now, what I've done is I have actually just exported Booyah, and I've exported the Ghost, because I want to show you how we got to these numbers. That's the biggest thing. I can sit here and tell you all day, hey, it's going to cost this much. But if you're like me and you want to play with art and size and see the best way to maximize your profits, then this is the best option. Alrighty, so we are going to go to My Art Dashboard. You can also do Custom Logo Cost Estimator, which would be the dimensions. If you know that your logo, let's just go there. I'll show you the difference. Waiting time. Come on, internet. Okay, so what we are going to do is the first thing we're going to do is booyah. That's an easy one. It's one word, one color, very, very easy font. So we're going to go to Cad Cut Designs, or excuse me, Custom Cut Designs, because in this way, custom, we're cutting it for you, cut vinyl, okay? So Cad Cut Designs is the one we are going to select. We just want one color. All of these materials are the ones that you can choose from that we will produce for you in-house. Send to you, done, cut, weeded, ready to apply. So where is Glow? Right there, right smack dab in the middle. And we know our art was 10 inches by 2.24. And then the estimator is going to pop up. You cannot see it because I am logged in. But it would pop up and it would say 411 with a minimum of 5. Now, here's the beauty of this. The minimum was only 5 pieces. So if you want to test a garment, order the minimum, get it out there as you start to have action turn, or maybe you're doing a custom store, you're attempting to do holiday, maybe you don't do holiday. This is the perfect time to try, right? So in this case, the minimum for 5 pieces was $4.11. If you bump up to 10, you guys, your cost drops almost $1. It's $3.14. So keep in mind, if you are using the minimums on all of our products, then the costs are going to be higher, just like yours would be higher if a customer was coming to you and going, hey, Cheryl, I want 5 shirts. You know that it's going to take you longer to do those 5 than it would to be doing 25. So let's go back. That's how we get that. Like I said, $3.14 for 10 to 49 pieces. Now, if you want to do 2 colors, you have 2 options. You can either choose that both the material is going to be the same for both colors, or you can turn around and go, nope, it's going to be 2 different. So I wanted to give you guys a scenario. If we were to use material 1 as Glow and material 2 as Premium Plus. Same width, same height. I know you can't see it there, but it would be $6.11 for 2 colors. And then if you go down to 10 to 49 pieces, it goes to $5.14. So you can add a second color for only $2. So just keep in mind, you've now increased the value of the shirt because you have multiple colors. I know it's not the gloss, but this would be the other option to kind of create that what's going on factor without using the gloss. You could also do a tonal. So maybe you're using black thermofilm because it has a gloss tint or it has a gloss finish to it. And then that's going to be very, very similar, but it's actually a solid color, not transparent. Let's see. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you guys was if you were to do a 1 color Ultraweed, 10 by 6, Ultraweed, I love it. It's our new material. I get really, really excited about Ultraweed. It feels awesome on everything I have put it on. Sorry, I'm catching the comments. Maria, the product we are talking about is Cad Cut Glow, Cad Color Super Tech Gloss. And then right now we're just kind of breaking through the cost per logo. Okay, so anyway, I love Ultraweed. It is one of those that, for me, it's very, very easy to use. I love the feel of it. And it's one of those that I think really breaks the barriers on shirt vinyls. You know, it just feels so soft. So, okay, what I wanted to tell you was Ultraweed. That's a new product, right? One color Ultraweed, a 10x6. So it's larger, right? This is Premium Plus, but ideally it would be like this. $4.57 for one color to cut, weed, send it to you, ready to go. Now, this one has a lot of cavities in it. This is one that we will cut in services. It's just that these cavities are all intertwined together. So when you pull one, it just kind of continues to pull all together. And two, they're all wide enough. So we can do very, very detailed artwork in services. So Ultraweed is $4.57 for a 10x6 logo. Glitter Flake for a one color logo is $5.94. And metallic, which I love to play with, $4.57. So we are going to apply this guy. Send you back over to the press. We are going to pre-press because those wrinkles are crazy. This is just a Bella 3001. I chose the back because I want to save our CAD color for the front. There's a lot of left chest logos that I'm going to be using, and we are just going to gang the heck out of it. And then also above this, I'm going to put another logo. I'm going to quickly just change my time, adjust my pressure, and we're good to go. Okay, so now that I have gone over Cad Cut just a little bit, you guys, I just wanted to touch on this. There's so many options. It would be it would take hours and very big information overload. Okay, so now, I know I didn't go over Premium Plus and the costs, the cost analysis, but it is going to be around, you know, the Ultraweed and the metallic. Both of those were $4.57 for a 10x6 logo. Okay, so let's see. That's what this one looks like. And this is like a pumpkin color. Again, this is just a 3001, but I'm using it as an item we are just going to blast the heck out of. All right, I'm going to turn around it to the front. Now, also in Cad Cut or in Custom Cut, if you notice, let me get this back on the screen. If you notice, there is also custom cut letters, custom cut numbers. Like there's so many different options that you're going to be, you know, selecting. So when you get to this point, just know what you want to do first. Are you doing solid color? Are you doing multicolor? Are you doing names and numbers? Because that will kind of redirect you to what you want to select. All right, here in the second option, Sims Stitch. Okay, so we're going to quickly just switch gears. I'm going to come back, show you what this looks like. Now, if you were following along on our fall trends, Stahls fall trends on Instagram, we did a 10-day series on trends out in the industry right now, from patterns to apparel to looks. And one that is extremely popular right now are denim jackets and decorating denim jackets and using twill or applique, heat transfers, glitter. I have seen more and more custom denim jackets come forward. So this is our Sim Stitch. And if you can see this, it has a stitch-like effect, but this is a permanent adhesive twill. The sim stitch, the stitch has been simulated on there through a laser. So when you apply this, it actually looks like it has been stitched on. But for those that do not do embroidery in-house, this is your option, especially if you have a lighter weight, maybe satin jacket, and you really hate to put the stitches in there, then just know that this is available. So it's the same way that we got, you know, to our last. We're going to do sim stitch. We're just going to choose one because it's just one color. Permatwill is your only option. Here, you'd put in whatever you wanted. And then with that being said, it is 518. So the other way that you can do it is also by, let me get out of this. Oops, nope, I need to go back. There's another way that you can order, and that would be in the pre-spaced. So the biggest difference is one would be 575 and the other one is, I'm going through my notes, is 518. Now, if you start to order more than one, then it drops down to 475. So then, of course, the pre-spaced sim stitch is going to be better. But just keep in mind that, hold on, can't find my screen. There we go. Just keep in mind that with the pre-spaced, it's particular fonts that you would choose. If you're importing your own art, it could be your own with the sim stitch effect. All right, the next thing, let's see. And that applies at 350, you guys. So I can attempt to apply it. We're only at 308 right now. But just know it's twill. With a permanent adhesive, you do not need to stitch it down. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is go back. We are going to go to the cost estimator. And I'm not showing you my screen. There we go. Okay, so the next one we want to select, Cad Prints. So remember, this is something that is going to be multi-color. Or the other thing that I like to consider it for is if you have a really, really stubborn fabric, you need a certain Pantone color, then that's when Cad Prints can be used as well. We can do anything from banners, you guys, to helmet stickers, static links, decals, wall graphics. This is a product that is going to be able to cover a variety of projects. So if you do have a hard good come up or somebody that's like, I want blank wall graphic, then just know that we can do that for you. Okay, so you go to digital transfers and logos, and then you select your material. I'm going to select nylon because as you can see, I'm going to choose light because if you go to dark, then the gloss goes away. Only the Super Tech materials survive. Again, those are the materials that can go on nylon and just very, very stubborn materials. Okay, same thing for Cadora. Yes, Super Tech, Sublastop, and Opaque works for that as well. Okay, so let's back up. Cotton poly blend, and we did gloss clear. And then same thing, you would input your size there and it would give you a price. Let's see. Okay, so then the next thing that you want to also consider is what if you don't want clear? You actually need a full color design. So I am going to use this first because it is the gloss. It's the one that we've talked about the most. And I'm going to apply several at one time because they are all the same temperature. The next, very, very, very popular for us, you guys, is Cad Prints. There we go. Our Cad Prints glitter flake. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you count the white. 5 colors in this. Okay. So this is a one hit. I chose this particular logo because with this being mountain related, I felt like the white actually looks like some snow. Okay, the next option is just your standard logo. There's nothing too special about it except for the fact it has a charcoal backing. So if you have a shirt that likes to dye migrate, this is perfect. And it's also, this is a Super Tech Sublist Stop. So this is the one that will go on pretty much everything. So this is your basic vinyl that's been printed on, but its specialty or its superpower is that it can inhibit dye migration. We've got our glitter flake and then our gloss. The last one, let me see if I have the other one, are our Twill options. You guys, I love our Twill. I've done a couple of things with Twill. I did that bag that had a couple of different little patches on it, which is so popular right now. Okay. So this is the Twill. Let me moving my light, you guys. Can you see it? So you definitely have that texture of Twill on this, but it's a very, very smooth surface. So the Sim Stitch is Twill, this is Twill. The biggest difference is this has been digitally printed on, or, it's been printed on. It's not been digitally printed on. It did not go through an eco-solvent printer. And then the other option is our textured Twill. Now, the biggest difference is that this actually has, you can see it, little stitches or mock stitches in it to really make it look more and more like an embroidered patch. I need more lights down here. So we are gonna get all of these applied. I'm gonna do it all at once, and then I will be able to show you guys how they are done. Let's see. Hey, Patty, so where is the custom logo cost estimator? If you go onto our website, it is at the top right section where it says art dashboard, or excuse me, artwork uploader. Let me say that correctly. So right here at the top, you're going to click on artwork uploader, and then it's going to bring you back to this screen, and then you're going to click on this calculator. Now, if you are ready to upload art, then you will drop it here, and then you will just go through this whole process of questions. It is a very, very easy process. It is just the simple form of which material, which color, the dimensions, a couple other questions, submit. It's very, very easy. Okay, let's go back to okay, so let's go ahead and pre-press this. Alrighty, now I am just going to lay these across the shirt. I did find a ghost, so I'm hoping that this guy is going to show up just a little bit better for you guys. Let's see. And then next to that is going to be the glitter flake. Below that is going to be the Sublist Stop logo that had the charcoal backing. Very smooth, great hand. It's really nice for polyesters, especially those 100% polyesters. I like to use the word movability, and it has a lot of movability with the garment. It's not necessarily going to rebound and stretch like our Premium Plus does, but it still moves great with the movement of the shirt. Next was textured twill. And then below or next to that is our just regular twill. Now, you guys, what I'm going to do is these need to go for 20 seconds. So I am just going to kind of create their own little section. And then that way I can just go back in and heat apply. All right, gonna cover my logos up. We're going for 10 seconds. Again, the SuperTech products. Ooh. Need to plug my computer in. The SuperTech products, you guys, they are recommended for 5 seconds. And then, where is my, oh, is it on this side? Sorry, guys, I'm plugging my computer in. There, nope. There we go. Okay, so let's see, glitter flake, hot peel, very easy, done. SuperTech opaque, excuse me, SuperTech Subla Stop. The difference between SuperTech opaque and SuperTech Subla Stop is the backing. Opaque is white, Subla Stop is meant to block any dye migration. All righty, I'm going to, actually, this is good for now. We're not wearing and washing this shirt, but just know our Perma Twill and Cad Prints Texture Twill, they need to be applied for 20 seconds. And then our little ghost. Oh, this one might need to be. Of course, the first one needs to be hit just a little bit longer. So I'm just going to apply that. Go just a little bit longer on that larger gloss, the full color one. And we'll wait. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool down before I peel it. So this is our beautiful shirt that we have created. You guys, one thing that I recommend is if you are going into customers, well, I guess maybe not so much now, but you're having virtual conversations like we are, meetings, this is a great showpiece. One thing that you can do is show different locations. So maybe you show a left chest, maybe you show a full front, a sleeve, but in each location, change the artwork. If you're doing screen printed transfers, if you're doing, you know, Cad Cut, there's so many different ways that you can really maximize one garment. Oh, there's our ghost. Look at that. And then it just becomes a great selling tool for yourself. Okay. Those little edges are not playing well today. Just gonna put it down. Normally I would be very cautious of where our seams are, where other logos are, but again, this is just a tool for showing you. All right, so now you can see that you can't look, all the colors are muted, and it's just because it's an orange shirt. But I wanted to give you guys a really good idea on what it would look like. Now you guys can't see it, but I can still see the, I don't know, the sunset that was in our art originally, and then I can see the blue in the mountains. But We also have a Super Tech, I have to say it right, Cad Color Super Tech Matte. And that would also be really cool if you were trying to go for a muted finish. All right, to show you up close and personal, there's the glitter flake. It is sparkling. Backpacks, bags, left chest, Sherpas, so much. This is our subless stop. So very, very soft. This is our twill, and this is our textured twill. So very similar. If you were to go, Kelly, what's really the biggest difference between the two? I'm going to say 1, texture, 2, finish. So I would say the Permatwill, the Cad Prints Permatwill, is more of a matte, and the Cad Prints Texture Twill is definitely give you more of a sheen. I think it's actually just a little bit softer because of how the logo itself is created. And to me, it gives you just a little bit more dimension. It's making those grays really just kind of pop and come to life. Okay, so that is pretty much the logos we're going to be going over. Let me review my notes really quick. Oh, let's do a quick cost breakdown, right? I did it both for a 3.5 by 3.5 logo and also for a 10 by 4 logo on all the things Cad Prints, just the main logos that I showed you. What I really wanted to be able to show you and explain to you is that the larger you go, I can hear myself, the larger you go, the more it's going to be. Also, the smaller the quantity, the more it's going to be. With all things Cad Prints, there is a minimum of $25 that your purchase has to be. So if you're doing a 12 by 12 logo and it's, I don't know, $8 a logo, just randomly throwing out that cost, then you're going to need 3.1 to hit that $25. So of course you'd be rounded up to 4. But you only need 4. Now, if you are doing a 1 by 1, 2 by 2, you're obviously going to need more just because the dollar per logo is much smaller than the larger, full front. So here we go, cost breakdown. A 3.5 by 3.5. Our most affordable print or digital prints, Cad Prints, is what is called Express Print. That is this logo, works great for cotton poly, doesn't really have much stretch. Our patterns are Express Print, very, very, very easy to use, matte finish. Okay, you need 14 pieces at $1.82 a pop. So doable when you can put 14 different colors on a left chest. Subless stop, you need 13 pieces at $2.08. Glitter flake, which was the like Colorado inspired, you need 7 of them, $3.77. And then the Permatwill, not the texture, you need 9 at $2.86. So you guys, that Permatwill is a great replacement if you do not want to fight with seams, any type of piping, zippers, bags. Just go that direction with Permatwill. All right, we're going to go bigger at 10 by 4. Express Print, you need 7 pieces, $4. Still super affordable for a full color, however many colors your graphic has. Subless stop, remember it's got that blocker and it can go on a variety of materials. 6 pieces, $4.80. Just a smaller different, or just a little bit larger difference, but it can go on so much more. Stubborn fabrics. Glitter flake, you need 4 pieces at $7.60. Jenna did a reel the other day that has this beautiful spirit wear, red, black, and white, very large graphic. Nobody wants to heat apply 3 different layers of glitter flake, so definitely go to Cad Prints. And then Permatwill, which would be a very massive 10 by 4 logo, but it eliminates massive amounts of stitches. $5.60, that's it for 5 pieces. So That's pretty much it, you guys. I hope this was, you know, it gave you a good path for those times where you're like, I don't have the equipment to do this, or your customer comes in and you don't have the equipment to do this, nor do you know how to do it. Hopefully this kind of broke it down, explained it. I know it was a lot of information in a very short period of time. So if you have questions, my email is kelly.walters@stahls.com. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. And then don't hesitate to call customer service or reach out to them as well. Quick couple of questions, and then I'm going to turn out the lights to see. Booyah. Maria, yes. So in this case, anytime it's a number of pieces, just keep in mind it has to be the exact same logo. So you would need 5 of these. You would need 14 of these, whatever the quantity says. Now, the same thing with Cad Cut, your solid color vinyl, you only need 5 pieces. So it doesn't matter if it's a left chest J, one word, you have to have 5 pieces of those for your minimum order. The only thing where you could do like the ones and twosies really is on our pre-spaced. You just add $1 for any number under 5. So if you had 4 pieces, 2 pieces, it would be $1 extra per logo. Let's see if I missed anything else. Okay, Susan just popped in. Cover on clam. We're told not to use temperature. Okay, so Susan, I do not use my upper cover when I'm using screen printed transfers. So yes, absolutely. If you are doing, say, goof proof, if you're using Transfer Express and you're using goof proof, ElastiPrint, hot split, screen printed transfers, you do not want this cover. The beautiful thing about this is this top part is like a spandex. So it is very, very easy to remove. And if you are in the midst of going from, say, a goof proof from vinyl, then you can easily just pop it back on. I know the comment was in the way just a little bit, so let's just see. Like that. So yes, you can use it for vinyl, but screen print is just its own little world. And it is not recommended for screen printed transfers. Hope that answered your question. Patty, I answered yours earlier. Jerome, shipping is extra. So those were just the cost of the goods to produce them in-house. And then obviously they have to be shipped to you. Okay, you guys, so let's see. I'm going to start turning off my larger lights here. Give me just a quick second. Or actually, here, I'll turn this one on. Okay, I've turned off just about every light. Let's see if I can get it dark enough down here. And let's see if the booyah will work without being outside. So I'm pretty sure it is glowing, but it is slightly picking up light as well. So I will take a picture in the dark. That way you guys can actually see it. I don't have all of the lights off down here. I have a light that is on in that corner, but yeah, so here is the first shirt that we made. If you're tuning in late, then definitely go check it out at the very beginning. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Have a great Thursday and enjoy your weekend. Kelly Walters from Stahls, and I'll see you later.